Imagine waking up at 3:30 a.m. and tapping into a hidden power that could change your life forever. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not. Louise Hay, a well-known name in the world of self-help and spirituality, discovered something amazing about this special time. She found out that 3:30 a.m. isn't just another time on the clock. It's a magical moment when you can connect with your inner self and the universe in a way that's not possible at any other time of the day. Think about it. While most people are fast asleep, dreaming away, you could be awake and using this powerful time to transform your life. It's like having a secret key that unlocks a door to endless possibilities. And the best part? Anyone can do it. You don't need any special skills or knowledge. All you need is to be awake at the right time and know what to do. But why 3:30 a.m.? What makes this time so special? And how can you use it to bring positive changes to your life? These are the questions we're going to answer. Get ready to discover a simple yet powerful practice that could be the game changer you've been looking for. Before we dive deeper into the 3:30 a.m. secret, let's talk about the amazing woman who brought this knowledge to light, Louise Hay. If you've ever browsed the self-help section of a bookstore or looked up positive affirmations online, you've probably come across her name. Louise Hay wasn't always a spiritual guru. She had a tough start in life, facing many challenges and hardships. But instead of letting these difficulties bring her down, she used them as stepping stones to grow and heal herself. Through her own healing journey, she discovered the powerful connection between our thoughts and our lives. Louise became famous for teaching people how to use positive thinking and self-love to improve their lives. She wrote many books, including the bestseller, You Can Heal Your Life, which has helped millions of people around the world. Her simple yet powerful message was that by changing our thoughts, we can change our lives. But Louise didn't stop at just writing books. She was always looking for new ways to help people connect with their inner power. And that's how she stumbled upon the magic of 3:30 a.m. She found out that this early morning hour was special because it's a time when our minds are most open and receptive to new ideas and positive changes. Louise discovered that at 3:30 a.m., the world around us is quiet and peaceful. Most people are asleep and there are fewer distractions. This makes it easier for us to connect with our inner selves and the universe. She believed that during this time, we could tap into a special energy that could help us transform our lives. Louise wasn't the kind of person to keep this knowledge to herself. She shared it with her followers and encouraged them to try it out. Many people who followed her advice reported amazing changes in their lives. They felt more positive, more in control, and more connected to their true selves. But Louise Hay didn't just tell people to wake up at 3:30 a.m. and hope for the best. She provided specific guidance on how to use this time effectively. She taught people how to use affirmations, visualizations, and other techniques during this special hour to make the most of its power. What's really interesting is that Louise Hay's discovery about 3:30 a.m. isn't just based on spiritual beliefs. It actually lines up with what scientists know about our body's natural rhythms. Our bodies follow a 24-hour cycle called the circadian rhythm, which affects everything from our sleep patterns to our hormone levels. And guess what? The hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. are considered a special time in this cycle. During this time, our body temperature is at its lowest, and our brain waves are in a state that's perfect for deep relaxation and meditation. It's like our bodies are naturally set up to make the most of this magical hour. Louise Hay's wisdom and modern science seem to be pointing to the same thing. There's something truly special about 3:30 a.m. Louise Hay passed away in 2017, but her teachings continue to inspire and help people around the world. Her discovery about the power of 3:30 a.m. is just one of the many gifts she left behind. By sharing this knowledge, she opened up a new way for people to connect with their inner power and create positive changes in their lives. So the next time you hear Louise Hay's name, remember that she wasn't just a self-help author or a spiritual teacher. She was a pioneer who found a way to tap into the magic of the early morning hours and use it to transform lives. And now, thanks to her, we all have the chance to experience this magic for ourselves. Now that we know a bit about Louise Hay and how she discovered the power of 3:30 a.m., let's dive into why this time is so special. What exactly happens at 3:30 a.m. that makes it different from any other time of the day or night? First, let's think about what's happening in the world at 3:30 a.m. In most places, it's the quietest time of the night. The hustle and bustle of the day have long died down. Most people are in deep sleep. There's a stillness in the air that you don't find at any other time. This quiet isn't just outside, it's inside us too. At 3:30 a.m., our minds are usually free from the constant chatter and worry that fill our waking hours. We're not thinking about work deadlines, family responsibilities, or what to make for dinner. Our minds are in a peaceful state, open and receptive. It's like a blank canvas, ready for us to paint our dreams and intentions on. But it's not just about the quiet. Something special is happening in our bodies too. Remember how we talked about the body's natural rhythms? Well, around 3:30 a.m., our bodies are going through some interesting changes. At this time, our body temperature is at its lowest point. This might not sound important, but it is. When our body temperature is low, our brain waves slow down. We enter a state that's similar to meditation, even if we're awake. It's a state where we're more open to new ideas and more connected to our subconscious mind. Also, at this time, our body releases certain hormones that can help us feel more positive and motivated. One of these is cortisol, often called the stress hormone. But in the early morning hours, a small increase in cortisol actually helps us feel more alert and ready to start the day. It's like our body's natural wake-up call. Another important thing that happens around 3:30 a.m. is related to our pineal gland. This is a small gland in our brain that produces melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep. But the pineal gland does more than that. Some people believe it's connected to our third eye, our ability to see beyond the physical world and connect with our intuition and spiritual self. At 3:30 a.m., the pineal gland is highly active. This could explain why many people feel more spiritually connected during this time. It's like a door opening to a deeper part of ourselves and the universe. Louise Hay believed that 3:30 a.m. was a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was thinnest. She thought that during this time, we could more easily receive guidance from our higher selves or the universe. It's a time when our intuition is strongest and our ability to visualize our goals is at its peak. But why 3:30 a.m. specifically? Why not 3 a.m. or 4 a.m.? While the exact time might vary slightly for each person, 3:30 a.m. is generally considered the sweet spot. It's late enough that we've had some deep sleep, but early enough that we're not yet in the cycle of waking up for the day. It's also worth noting that in many spiritual traditions, the hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. are considered sacred. In Christian tradition, for example, this time is sometimes called the hour of God or the hour of mercy. In traditional Chinese medicine, each organ in the body is associated with a 2-hour time period, and 3 to 5 a.m. is linked to the lungs, which are associated with letting go of grief and receiving inspiration. The importance of 3:30 a.m. isn't just about what's happening in our bodies and minds. It's also about the opportunity it presents. When we wake up at this time, we're giving ourselves a head start on the day. We're choosing to use this powerful time consciously instead of sleeping through it. By waking up at 3:30 a.m., we're making a statement to ourselves and the universe. We're saying, I'm ready to change, I'm ready to grow, I'm ready to tap into my inner power. This act of waking up, of choosing to be conscious during this special time, is powerful in itself. When we use this time intentionally, we're setting the tone for the rest of our day. We're starting our day with positivity, with connection to our deeper selves, with clarity about our goals and dreams. This can have a ripple effect, influencing everything that happens in the hours that follow. But it's not just about the immediate effects. Regularly tapping into the power of 3:30 a.m. can lead to long-term changes in our lives. It can help us develop a stronger connection to our intuition, making it easier to make decisions that align with our true selves. It can boost our creativity, helping us find innovative solutions to problems. It can even improve our overall sense of well-being and purpose in life. Of course, the idea of waking up at 3:30 a.m. might seem daunting at first. Our modern lifestyles often keep us up late, making early rising a challenge. But Louise Hay and many others who have tried this practice say that the benefits far outweigh the initial discomfort. They report feeling more energized throughout the day, even with less sleep. They talk about increased clarity of thought, improved mood, and a greater sense of control over their lives. Some even say they need less sleep overall once they get into the habit of using the 3:30 a.m. hour effectively. It's important to remember that the power of 3:30 a.m. isn't about forcing yourself to wake up at this time every single day. It's about understanding the potential of this hour and using it when you can. Even waking up at this time once a week or a few times a month can have significant benefits. The key is to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to experiment. Try it out for yourself and see how it feels. Pay attention to any changes you notice in your mood, your energy levels, your ability to focus, or your overall sense of well-being. Remember, the importance of 3:30 a.m. lies not just in the time itself, but in what you do with it. It's a tool, a gateway to tap into your inner power and the universal energy around us. How you use this tool is up to you. In the next sections, we'll explore exactly how to make the most of this magical time. We'll look at specific practices and techniques that Louise Hay and others have found effective. We'll also discuss how to incorporate this practice into your life in a way that works for you. The power of 3:30 a.m. is waiting for you. Are you ready to tap into it and transform your life? How to use this time. Now that we understand why 3:30 a.m. is so special, let's talk about how to use this time effectively. Remember, it's not just about being awake at this hour. It's about what you do during this time that can make a real difference in your life. First things first, when your alarm goes off at 3:30 a.m., resist the urge to hit the snooze button. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself why you're doing this. You're tapping into a powerful time that can help you transform your life. With that mindset, gently get out of bed. The next step is to create a calm and peaceful environment. Find a quiet spot in your home where you won't disturb others. Some people like to set up a special corner with comfortable cushions, candles, or inspiring objects. The key is to make it a space where you feel relaxed and focused. Once you're settled, start with some gentle stretching or deep breathing. This helps wake up your body and mind without being too jarring. It also helps you transition from sleep to a state of peaceful alertness. Now, here's where the real magic begins. Louise Hay believed that one of the most powerful things you can do at 3:30 a.m. is to practice positive affirmations. These are short, positive statements that you repeat to yourself. They help reprogram your mind, replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. For example, you might say something like, "I am worthy of love and success," or "Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better." Choose affirmations that resonate with you and address areas of your life you want to improve. Another powerful practice for this time is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal life in vivid detail. See yourself achieving your goals, living your dreams. Feel the emotions you would feel if these things were already true. This practice helps align your subconscious mind with your desires, making it easier for you to take actions that lead to these outcomes in your waking life. Meditation is also a great way to use the 3:30 a.m. hour. It doesn't have to be complicated. Simply sit quietly and focus on your breath. If thoughts come up, acknowledge them without judgment and let them go. This practice can help you feel more centered and peaceful throughout your day. Writing in a journal is another effective way to use this time. You might write about your dreams, your goals, things you're grateful for, or insights you've had. The act of writing helps clarify your thoughts and makes your intentions more concrete. Remember, the key is to use this time in a way that feels right for you. You might combine several of these practices or focus on just one. The important thing is to approach it with an open heart and a belief in the power of this special time. To really understand the impact of the 3:30 a.m. practice, let's look at a real-life example. Meet Sarah, a 35-year-old office worker who always felt like something was missing in her life. She had a good job and a nice home, but she felt stuck and unfulfilled. One day, Sarah came across Louise Hay's teachings about the power of 3:30 a.m. At first, she was skeptical. How could waking up at such an early hour make any difference? But she decided to give it a try for a month. The first few days were tough. Sarah struggled to get out of bed and felt groggy during her 3:30 a.m. sessions. But she stuck with it. She would sit in her favorite armchair, light a candle, and start with some deep breathing. Then she would repeat affirmations like, "I am open to new opportunities, and I have the power to create the life I desire." She also spent time visualizing herself in a job she loved, feeling excited and fulfilled. After a week, Sarah noticed she was feeling more energetic during the day. She found herself smiling more and feeling more optimistic. But the real change came in the third week. Out of the blue, a former colleague contacted her about a job opening that seemed perfect for Sarah. It was in a field she had always been interested in, but never thought she could break into. Thanks to her newfound confidence from her morning practices, Sarah applied for the job and nailed the interview. Within a month of starting her 3:30 a.m. routine, Sarah had landed her dream job. But that wasn't all. She found that her relationships improved too. She was more patient with her family and more open with her friends. She even started a small garden, something she had always wanted to do but never found the time for. Sarah's story is just one example of how the 3:30 a.m. practice can create real, tangible changes in a person's life. It's not about magical thinking. It's about creating a space for yourself to focus on what truly matters to you and aligning your mind and energy with your goals. While the 3:30 a.m. practice can be incredibly powerful, there are some common mistakes that people make when trying it out. Let's talk about these so you can avoid them and get the most out of your early morning routine. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do too much at once. They wake up at 3:30 a.m. and try to cram in an hour of yoga, meditation, journaling, and more. This can be overwhelming and actually counterproductive. Remember, this time is meant to be peaceful and focused. It's better to choose one or two practices and do them well rather than trying to do everything at once. Another common error is being too hard on yourself. Some people beat themselves up if they miss a day or if they don't see immediate results. This negative self-talk goes against the whole purpose of the practice. If you miss a day, that's okay. Just pick up where you left off the next day. And remember, change takes time. Be patient and kind to yourself. Many people also make the mistake of checking their phones or emails during this time. The 3:30 a.m. hour is not the time to catch up on work or scroll through social media. These activities can disrupt your peaceful state of mind and expose you to stressful or negative information right at the start of your day. Some folks think they need to use this time to plan their day or make to-do lists. While planning is important, the 3:30 a.m. hour is meant for connecting with yourself on a deeper level. Save the practical planning for later in the day. Another pitfall is trying to force specific outcomes. You might be tempted to use this time to visualize winning the lottery or meeting your soulmate tomorrow. While it's great to have goals, try to focus more on how you want to feel and who you want to become, rather than on specific external events. Lastly, a common mistake is giving up too soon. Some people try it for a few days, don't see immediate changes, and decide it doesn't work. Like any practice, this takes time. Give it at least a month before you decide whether it's right for you. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be setting yourself up for success with your 3:30 a.m. practice. Remember, the goal is to create a peaceful, positive start to your day that will have ripple effects throughout your life. Be gentle with yourself, stay consistent, and remain open to the possibilities that this special time can bring. Scientific or spiritual explanation. The power of the 3:30 a.m. practice is fascinating, but you might be wondering, is there any scientific basis for this, or is it purely spiritual? The truth is, there are elements of both science and spirituality that can help explain why this practice can be so effective. From a scientific perspective, the 3:30 a.m. time frame aligns with some interesting biological processes. Our bodies operate on a 24-hour cycle called the circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates various physiological processes, including hormone production and brainwave activity. Around 3:30 a.m., our body temperature is at its lowest point. This corresponds with a state of deep rest, even if we're awake. During this time, brainwave activity is similar to what we experience during meditation. This could explain why many people find it easier to focus and connect with their inner selves during this time. Additionally, the hormone melatonin, which regulates sleep, starts to decrease around this time, while cortisol, which helps us feel alert, begins to rise. This natural shift in our body chemistry could contribute to the sense of clarity and alertness that many people experience during their 3:30 a.m. practice. From a more spiritual perspective, many traditions believe that the early morning hours, particularly between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., are spiritually significant. In some beliefs, this time is considered the hour of the soul, when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinnest. Some people believe that during this time, it's easier to connect with higher consciousness, whether you think of that as God, the universe, or your higher self. The quiet and stillness of this hour can create an ideal environment for spiritual practices like meditation or prayer. The concept of using the early morning hours for spiritual practice isn't new. Many religious and spiritual traditions, from Buddhism to Christianity, have long emphasized the value of early morning devotion or meditation. Whether you lean towards the scientific explanation or the spiritual one, or a combination of both, the key is that many people find this time uniquely powerful for personal growth and transformation. Starting a 3:30 a.m. practice might seem daunting at first, but with the right approach, it can become a rewarding part of your daily routine. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you begin. Start gradually. If you're not used to waking up early, don't try to jump straight to 3:30 a.m. Begin by setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier than usual and gradually work your way towards 3:30 a.m. over a period of weeks. Prepare the night before. Set out comfortable clothes, a warm blanket, or anything else you might need for your morning practice. This will make it easier to get started when you wake up. Create a dedicated space. Choose a quiet, comfortable spot in your home for your practice. It doesn't need to be fancy, just a place where you can sit undisturbed. Start simple. Begin with just 5-10 minutes of practice. You might start with some deep breathing, a short meditation, or repeating a few affirmations. As you get more comfortable, you can extend the time and add more elements to your practice. Be consistent. Try to practice at the same time every day, even on weekends. Consistency helps establish the habit and makes it easier for your body to adjust to the new schedule. Be kind to yourself. If you miss a day or struggle to wake up sometimes, don't be hard on yourself. Every day is a new opportunity to start again. Adjust your evening routine. To make waking up at 3:30 a.m. easier, try going to bed earlier. Avoid screens and stimulating activities in the hour before bed. Stay hydrated. Keep a glass of water by your bed and drink it as soon as you wake up. This can help you feel more alert. Keep a journal. Write down your experiences, insights, and any changes you notice in your life. This can help motivate you to continue the practice. Remember, the goal is to create a practice that works for you. Feel free to adjust and experiment until you find what feels right. As you embark on your 3:30 a.m. journey, you might be curious about what kind of results you can expect. While everyone's experience is unique, here are some common benefits that many people report. Increased clarity and focus. Many people find that their minds are sharper and more focused throughout the day when they start their mornings at 3:30 a.m. Improved mood. The sense of accomplishment from starting your day early, combined with practices like affirmations and meditation, can lead to a more positive outlook. Better sleep quality. Although you're waking up earlier, many people report sleeping more soundly when they go to bed earlier to accommodate the 3:30 a.m. wake-up. Enhanced creativity. The quiet early morning hours can be a great time for creative thinking and problem solving. Increased productivity. Starting your day with intention often leads to a more productive and focused day overall. Stronger intuition. Regular practice at 3:30 a.m. can help you feel more in tune with your inner wisdom and gut feelings. Reduced stress. Taking time for yourself before the demands of the day begin can help you feel more centered and less stressed. Spiritual growth. If you're spiritually inclined, you might experience a deeper connection to your spiritual side or a sense of higher guidance. Physical health improvements. Some people report benefits like weight loss or increased energy, possibly due to the lifestyle changes that often accompany this practice. Remember, these results don't happen overnight. It usually takes at least a few weeks of consistent practice to start noticing significant changes. Also, the specific results you experience will depend on how you use your 3:30 a.m. time and other factors in your life. As we wrap up our exploration of the 3:30 a.m. practice, it's clear that this simple yet powerful routine has the potential to transform lives. Whether you approach it from a scientific perspective, seeing it as a way to align with your body's natural rhythms, or from a spiritual angle, viewing it as a special time for connection with higher consciousness, the 3:30 a.m. practice offers a unique opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. Remember, the power of this practice lies not just in the time itself, but in how you use it. It's about creating a sacred space in your day for self-reflection, positive thinking, and intentional living. It's about starting your day on your own terms before the world starts making demands on your time and energy. As you begin your own 3:30 a.m. journey, approach it with an open mind and a gentle heart. Be patient with yourself as you adjust to the new routine. Celebrate the small victories, like managing to get out of bed when the alarm goes off, or noticing a moment of clarity during your day. Remember that this practice is not about perfection, it's about progress, about consistently showing up for yourself and your dreams. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep coming back to it, to keep giving yourself this gift of time and attention. As Louise Hay discovered, and as many others have experienced since, there's something truly special about those early morning hours. They offer a unique opportunity to tap into your inner wisdom, to set positive intentions for your day, and to align yourself with the life you want to create. So, are you ready to discover the magic of 3:30 a.m. for yourself? Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Your step might be setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier tomorrow, or simply spending a few minutes in quiet reflection when you wake up. Whatever you choose, know that you're embarking on a journey that has the potential to profoundly impact your life. Here's to new beginnings, to quiet mornings full of possibility, and to the transformative power of the 3:30 a.m. hour. May your journey be filled with discovery, growth, and positive change. The magic of 3:30 a.m. awaits you. All you have to do is wake up to it.